Oh, hi everybody. This is Corey from Path of Friendship. Welcome back to Mindful Mutt Moments, or a third episode today. Um, let's give just a few people some time to log on. We have today with me, I have my dog Bhakti here today, which I don't think you've met yet. Bhakti's in her absolutely favorite place to be, in front of the fire. I don't blame her. So, being mindful is really just about connecting, and obviously, we're all stressed out. These are pretty anxious times. I know I'm feeling anxious and concerned as everybody else is, and what happens is we tend to transmit that to our dogs as much as we're feeling it. Our dogs will pick up on that through emotional contagion. You know, we're very close with our dogs, and the closer we become, the more they feel our feelings, and they don't even know why. They just know that there's stress and there's anxiety in the atmosphere. So what's good for us to calm ourselves will also help calm them. So the best way of calming really is just to be mindful. And mindful really is just about connecting with the present, which is really where our dogs live. Basically, their whole existence is right now. They're not thinking about tomorrow. They're not thinking about yesterday. They are feeling and experiencing. It's probably a better way of putting it. Rather than feeling, they're experiencing it. So they can't experience things tomorrow, and they can't experience things yesterday. They can only experience things now. So if we're really going to connect with them, we have to go into their realm and experience what they're experiencing. Today we're going to go into a little of what's known as Metta meditation, or loving kindness meditation. It's from the Buddhist tradition, and it's a really good way to sort of reconnect not just with ourselves, but with our dogs. And in the traditional Metta meditation, we're reconnecting with the rest of the world. But we're going to modify a little bit for today. But I want to start with a story that has several variations, but I love this story because it really illustrates what the meditation is and this mindful practice is. And it's a story of a young scholar who asked a rabbi, and he said, "Rabbi, how do I keep the Torah? How do I keep the laws of the Jewish people? How do I keep the Torah?" And the rabbi says, "You always keep the Torah on your heart." And the young student said, "On our hearts? Why not in our hearts?" And the rabbi answered, "When our hearts are closed, nothing comes in. It's only when our hearts are open that we can embrace and have the Torah come in." So this metta meditation is about opening our hearts and connecting with our dogs on this sort of mindful, compassionate, loving kindness way of doing it. I do this probably once a week, and it's a great practice. And so let's just kind of go right into it. There are so many variations on it, and you can extend this out as much as you would like, or we're going to keep it somewhat short today, just for the sake of time. But it's about wishing ourselves well, so it's a lot about self-compassion, and it's wishing our dogs well, and it's wishing everybody well. So we're going to start with a few phrases. Well, before we start that, let me go back one step. The first thing you want to do before you start that is just to kind of ground ourselves. So let's do that first. Let's go back, get into that more mindful state. And let's take a deep breath in and just let it out nice and slow, and just feel the sensation of your breath coming out and relaxing. And don't worry if you're thinking any thoughts. Don't try to push your thoughts away. Just let them come and let them go, just like your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. And pay attention to how it feels. It's all about the experience, not about analysis. It's just about experience. If your dog is with you, what I want you to do is gently pet them from either the bridge of the nose all the way down, or any which way that they like. You don't want to force them into anything. You don't want to make them stay. It's like saying, you must stay here. You must relax. It doesn't work that way. So we're just going to gently pet them and feel how they feel, their fur, their muscle tone, the different shapes and valleys and hills that you feel under your palm. And let's just feel how they feel. And really keep our attention to the detail. You know, mindfulness is a lot about detail, and it's very appropriate at these times to pay attention to detail of what we're doing, especially now with we don't want to touch our face. We do so many things mindlessly and automatically. We're always touching and feeling. We're not even aware we're doing this. So the practice now of mindfulness is very appropriate and very timely because we can be aware of every motion and movement that we do, and it really will help us in those ways. But for now, we're doing this just with our dogs. So just feel them, feel how they relax. And you can even rest your hand for a moment, and as much as we feel our own breathing in and out, let's pay attention to our dog's breathing, the rise and fall of their chest. And take a moment to just connect and be here. We can't connect if we're thinking about the future. We can't connect about the past. Those are abstractions. We need to think about what's real and connect with what's real, rather, and experience what's real, which is right now. So once we do this, we're going to begin this loving kindness meditation with our dogs. And we're going to start with a few phrases. And we're going to say these, I'm going to say them out loud, but you're going to say them to yourself, or out loud if you wish. And we're going to start with the wishes that we have for our dogs here. So I'm going to say, may you be happy. May you be at peace. May you be free from suffering. And as I say this, I'm thinking about Bhakti here and saying, may you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. You can say many more phrases if you would like, but for now we'll stick with these three. And as you say them, really feel the compassion and the love coming from you to them. In fact, one way is to have your hand on your heart and rest your other hand on their heart and say it. So I'm going to say it again with my hand there. I'm going to feel that love and that compassion that I have at this moment, which is all there is, going from me to Bhakti here. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. We'll take a breath. Now we're going to say it about ourselves, because we can't give what we don't have. And if we don't have compassion for ourselves, how can we have compassion for our dogs? If we don't have love for ourselves, how can we have the love for our dogs? If we don't have peace, how can we have the peace for our dogs? I can't give Bhakti anything that I don't already have. So now I'm going to say the phrases for me. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be free from suffering. I'm going to say it again and really feel it. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be free from suffering. We're going to say it again, but now we're going to talk about ours together. May we be happy. May we be peaceful. May we be free from suffering. In the practice of metta meditation, we expand that circle outward to our friends, not our family, our friends, people we may have met, further out to people we know that we may not really have a relationship with, to beyond people that we may not even enjoy their company, or may have done us wrong or have harmed us in some way. We can even say that. Compassion is not limited to only those who are just within our circle of love. We want to spread that out to the whole world. And this is a great time to do this because our world is suffering. As you see, Bodhi want to get a little screen time there. So when you do this with your dog, you can expand that circle as far as you want and really feel it. Because the more we feel it for ourselves, and the more we feel it for our dogs, and the more we take these moments of just being connected, the more we're going to realize we're going to get through all this stuff. You know, so much of stress is about disconnection. And this is all about being connected. Mindfulness is nothing else but just connecting to the present moment, being friends with it. And if we're going to be friends with our dogs, we're going to want to connect with them as much as we can. So one more time, and I'm going to say this, we, and you can say it for your dog, for yourself, but I'm going to say it now for everything. May we be happy. May we be peaceful. May we be free from suffering. So let's take a few moments to just go back and take another breath. Breathe out. Connect with our dogs. Be very present right now, just with them. And this is what it's about. So thanks for joining me for this one. And we'll see you again next time on Mindful Mutt Moments. Have a great day. Thanks.